Signing services versus solo operators. So within the notary space, there's two types of routes that you can generally go. And I'm going to talk about why I tried out both ways and what the results were. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Suave, seven-figure entrepreneur. First started off as a notary doing solo operating jobs. And then from there, I graduated to doing a signing service. And currently I run that signing service along with my team. So in the notary space, you'll always hear people talking about this, and I know it's very popular. Solo operators, so starting your own notary business, running your own notary business, but the problem with that is you are the solo operator. So what do I mean by a solo operator? A solo operator is just you operating solo. So you're the man. It's a one-man show. You're the person running the business. So when a person calls into the business, you're basically answering the phone, taking down their information, maybe printing out the documents, taking down the details, driving toward the location, and doing the notarization from them. And that's good. You can make your money from that. And honestly, you can make six figures from that as well. But on the other hand, there's something called a signing service. And if you're a new notary or somebody that's haven't been in the business long, a signing service or a signing agency is basically like the middleman. They're the ones that focus on marketing out to the customers, getting the business, taking a piece or a percentage of what they charge the customer, and then you get the remaining piece. Both jobs are great. Both ways are great, whether you want to be a sole operator or whether you want to be a signing service. But it mostly just depends on the type of personality you have, and it tells you where you want to lean. So if you're a solo operator, you're probably the type of person that maybe has a 9 to 5, and you just want to have some side income, or maybe you just want to do that to replace your job, and you have no problem going out and doing the notarizations yourself. If that's you, perfect. On the other hand, you have a signing service. Now with the signing service, you can really scale up the business even more because now you're just not relying on you as an individual to go to each of the locations and completing these signings. So the benefits of that is that you're able to tackle more than one place at one time. The reason why I want to talk about this is because this is what I teach people how to do, how to create their own signing service. And I've realized within the notary space, there's very few people that talk about this. And trust me, when I tell you I've researched like everybody, if you could say a name in the notary space, I guarantee you I already know them. And I probably know their stuff as well. And when I tell you there's very few people talking about it, so I think that this is really like untouched territory, very few people out there. And the reason being is because the information is not out there that people share, one. And then two, this is where the money really is, to be honest with you. The money is in the signing service because when you charge the customer and you're getting that business, now you can pass off that business to multiple other notaries, and you can do all of this from the comfort of your own home. So now when people actually figure out how the system works, they usually don't tend to share this. This is why you probably don't see this in the notary space a lot. And then I've realized a lot of other notaries out there that are teaching the notary game, they probably don't have a signing service. So they've only gotten to the peak of the solo operator field, which is really good. Like I said, you can still make six figures. But when you step into this agency level or when you step into the signing service game, it's a whole different ball game. Whole different ball game. We're talking about hundreds of thousands to millions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's two different worlds. So like I said, what I do now is coach people on how to start their own signing service up. So if you're interested in that, you can click on the link and book a call. We could kind of just talk it up, see what your visions are. But one of the reasons why I kind of lean toward the signing service is because for me, I call mine a signing agency, signing service, whatever the name, it doesn't matter, same thing. The reason why I lean towards it is because a couple of years ago, I don't know if you guys know, but I have like a house in Colombia as well. So I kind of like travel back and forth. I was over there and then I was telling myself like, you know what, Knowledge? I need to find a way to make money from the neck up. And I always tell people this when I'm on calls with them. Like my whole goal was just to make money from the neck up, meaning neck up, meaning just using my brain. I want to be able to like, all right, I'm going to stop driving to these signings. Like I'm tired of driving to these signings. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It brings the money in, but how can I make some money without doing it? And then I was like, you know what? If I learned this signing service game and I learned the marketing and I learned the systems and I learned how to actually build a real business, then I don't have to go out and leave the house. I can just do everything from the comfort of my own home, from my laptop, which I do to this day. You see what I'm saying? So when you learn stuff like that, it's just like, oh, now you have a real business. Not saying that being a solo operator isn't a real business, but it's more so kind of like you're self-employed. You see what I'm saying? Like it's more so of a self-employed thing because you're still driving out there, you're still doing the physical labor, and I know it can get a little tired and a little exhausting. So if you can't work one day, what happens to the business? The business stops running. But if you're a signing service owner or agency owner, what happens when you can't work? It doesn't matter. You already have a system in place to where the money's coming in regardless. And the whole plan is to have generational wealth or to have passive income. And when you build up your system, no matter what business it may be, you have that consistent income that is coming in from running your signing service, running your agency, and having that income come in. All you need to do is learn how to do it, learn how to market, learn how to do all the steps that it takes. But like I said, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different ballgame. When I was on the solo operator side, I'm just worried about not messing up these documents. When I'm on this side, I'm worrying about a whole bunch of different things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, this is a whole different ballgame. But I can definitely say, because it's not well spoken of and people don't speak about it a lot, maybe you'll see like a tad bit of it if you look at people's courses out there. They'll like breeze over it, but it's not talked about a lot. So I would say if you're out there and let's say you're a notary or you're just somebody that just wants to get into business, you might want to, look into it a little bit while it's not like a popular thing that everybody's doing. That's when you can kind of get the most gains because it's not one of those popular businesses. It's not like, oh, Airbnb or like, oh, it's Turo or it's whatever it may be. It's one of those things that's kind of like more niche. So you can tackle whatever area you're in. You can be the best guy in your city, in your state. You see what I'm saying? So like in your tri-state area, whatever you want it to be, you can take over in those areas. That's why nowadays I'm focused on that. I'm showing like the people that are close around me, the people that reach out and want to learn how to run that business, how to do it. Because while it's untouched territory, I genuinely believe that this is the best time to jump into the game, learn it while there's not a lot of people paying attention to it, while there's not a lot of influencers and coaches and consultants out there teaching it, to focus on it. Because now you're no longer going to these appointments. You went from essentially you went from the worker to the boss now. Even though you're an independent contractor, oh, I'll work my own hours. Yeah, but you're still working hours. You need to get away from working hours, period. And as a business owner, you're supposed to be focused on scaling the business, working on the business, and not working in the business. See, the problem with the solo operator route, or just being a notary, is that you're still working in the business. You're still working in the business. If you're sick one day, the business don't run without you. If I'm sick, it don't matter. By the time I get up and I get out of my bed and I look at my phone, I've already made thousands for the day. And that's not even doing anything. Like, that's not me physically doing anything. But I took the time and I front loaded it, meaning I put a whole bunch of work up front so that way the system can run itself. So now when I sit down in front of my laptop, when I talk to my team, I'm just making sure everything is good. And now I'm finding out more strategies to build on top of the strong foundation that I spent the years building. And that's when you know you kind of have a real business. That's when you know you have a real business. At that point, all you're focusing is making your foundation as strong as possible and building up more revenue streams from the same business that you're running. So sorry if I'm getting ahead. If you guys are getting lost in my business speak, but basically what I'm saying is you want a type of business where you're not working in the business all the time. You're working on the business and you're finding ways to make money come in by itself passively while you're growing your business. You should be able to step away from your business, not pay attention to it for a week if you need to be, whatever it may be, and then come back and your business is still making money. And the reason it's able to do this is because you set up all those systems up ahead of time. You learn the stuff you need to learn. You learn how to hire, fire, delegate, do whatever it may be. So now it's doing everything it can by itself. This is why I love the signing agency space. It's not a lot of people talking about this. It's not a lot of, and I would, like for me, for example, on this YouTube channel, there's not even a lot of subscribers. So that's why I'm able to share this game before it gets popular and let you guys know, like, yo, it's working for me. It could work for you. You might want to check this space out. Check this space out before it becomes more popular. And then a blue ocean turns red. I don't know if you read the book Blue Ocean Strategy, but basically you want to check this out before a unsaturated niche market becomes saturated and not niche anymore. That's when the biggest gains are. And that's when if you get into the game early, you can be one of the big dogs before all the new people get in. Because when the new people get in, it's going to be hard for them to fight you because you've been in the space so long, and they're going to be fighting each other. So you want to be a big dog on top. But anyways, that's the signing service game versus being a solo operator notary. Definitely check this out if you can. If you're more interested in it, click on the link below. I can share you guys some more information. I'll probably start talking about it a little bit more on this channel. It just depends if people are interested in it, because I know this is more of like a higher level topic, higher level conversation. And like I said, I don't even speak about it much. Just my students, they know that I share this stuff with them. But anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. And if you can, let's talk. If you found this helpful, make sure to join our free Notary Knowledge Academy. It's the #1 community for all notaries. And if you need one-on-one mentorship on how to grow your business from 3 to 8K plus in your notary business, all the links are down below. Go ahead and click that, and I'll see you guys on the inside.